All right, to show you what goes on here, I'm going to hit play for a second. And what I did is, here's the old method of firing. So if I hit R, it fires off, and look at how it fires off, but it doesn't fire towards me. And here's the new way of firing something. Did I change much? The practical lesson here is you have to know exactly where to put the if statement. Sometimes it makes sense to do some things, sometimes others. But here's an example, a perfect example of why you should use any kind of positioning as fire goes on the script that moves stuff. Here's what I did. So I didn't want to do this, but again, because certain things run certain ways, you have to kind of do this. If it's moving vector 3 right, okay, it's going to tell somehow this if statement right here in the transform position that it has moved a degree into the right axis. So here's my old way of looking at things. Here is my robot script, which all I did here was I assigned it the R key instead of the fire 1 key. So R, here's what we did before. We put it here. If get key, and mine wasn't get key down or something like that because of the mouse, and it shot. But since there is no rotation axis information here, what's going to happen is it's going to fail. It's going to only shoot in one axis. And here's how to perfectly go in there and show you how that works. If I'm swiveling this gun around, notice my gun spawn, if I go to the transform, Z's sticking out. And then here's my gun swivel, Z's sticking out. Well, let's say I rotate this. I rotate it, and then I go back to gun spawn, and I check it's Z. Well, Z never changed. And that's what exactly is going on. But the script is actually doing that. The script is causing it to rotate around, and Z works in that direction because of that. So if it's ran by script, it's going to fire in the right direction. If it's ran by a script on another game object, it's not going to run. I guess that's the easiest way to kind of explain it. Another thing I wanted to show you is, since I have keyboard controls, let's say I take get key, for example, instead of get button. Get key. And then I change this to something else. Let's say I use the spacebar. Okay. And then save that out. All right, something else. Let's see, not the spacebar. Let's try just a letter key. Because it's probably space like this, but I would have to look that up. Let's try G. Okay, so G. Now if I use the get key, you notice what happens. I get rapid fire. Alright, so I just wanted to show you the difference between using the mouse button, which is a click incident, or using the get key attribute, which allows you to use rapid fire. Okay? Let's see if I can hit that thing again. Nice. Alright, so that's it. I hope that explains the difference between rotations, and have a good one. We'll get the next assignment out here shortly.